Welcome to part 2, 3 different strategies to navigate your growth in 2024 and beyond. In part 1, we spoke extensively about the Bell Power strategy. Now, I want to talk about the power strategy. It's called the power curve or the power strategy, right? Now, when we say the power curve or power strategy, it's the same thing with the Pareto analysis. If you're not familiar with what we call the Pareto analysis is simply the strategy that understands that 20% of your effort is going to yield 80% of your results, right? At the same time, understanding that 80% of your result is going to come from critical 20% of your effort. So this simply means that in a 24-hour day, right, there is a time and task that you must focus on in order to be able to get 80% of your to-do list knocked out. So I always advise that you don't have a cumbersome to-do list or a long to-do list. Just have a short to-do list, which is like a list of priority for that particular day. When you have your ultimate goal, then you now have what? Your prerequisite goals, right? Prerequisite goals are those goals you must achieve before you get to your ultimate goals. So you break your ultimate goals into prerequisite goals. The prerequisite goals now become the task for each day. They will become your milestones per day, broken down into your to-do list. So every single day, there is what we call the high focus moment. Your high focus moment is the best time where you have the highest concentration of energy to be able to deploy to the task and the goal you intend to achieve. So the power curve is about you critically moving together your best time, your best concentration to achieve the maximum best that is obtainable to you. That's the power curve, right? The Pareto analysis. What are the simple things that I can do that will bring me the maximum result or maximum yield, right? So that's one way in which to grow, identifying the core areas that bring the maximum benefits so that you are not majoring in the minor or minoring in the major, right? So that way you move your concentration, your energy, your resources into areas that bring the most profitable. So if you're doing a business, you must know the departments that are critical to the success of the process, right? So in doing that, in business as well, you must know the part of your business strategy that if it fails, everything fails, right? Like lead generation, customer centricity, process, payment process. These are critical aspects. The organization, the marketing, the selling, right? The scripting, the messaging. Every part of business is like every part of the body. So there's no part of the body that is actually a waste. Every single one of them has to function well to you to come to a state of health. The same thing happens with your business and happens with your job. So on the job as well, you will need to understand what your appraisal contains so that you can fashion your operational dynamics in relation to the objective of the organization, at the same time the effectiveness of your desk and the proficiency of the skills you are developing for the future that you intend to live, right? So that's about the power curve. I'll see you part 3 and we'll go to the end of it. Tell me what you've learned from this particular video. I'll see you in part 3.